Hey everyone, I'm back again with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the anime mythos of, let's say, Squirrel, something else. I forgot what the name of this title was, but it's kind of like Funir, like a werewolf or something like that, based on a mythology wolf or something. But that's not what we're taking a look. That's not the point we're taking. Sorry, that is not the point we're talking about. The point is we're taking a look of Super Saiyan 5 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and Dark Broly Super Saiyan 4. Or just Dark Broly Super Saiyan 4. Or I don't know. I can't really name that name sometimes, but I would say that these figures, it's been a long time coming for me. I've been having them right now. It's just that I didn't get the chance to review them yet. I know I've been away, or it's been 4 months since I last posted. My last post was from the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito from Xenoverse and the what if scenario of GT. I was been really having my thoughts about the Super Saiyan 5 and Broly and something like that. But I heard that it was a positive reviews though too. And there were some good Broly figures are coming out this year. Especially new figures that I cannot wait to review someday soon in the future. And yeah, maybe just enjoy something else. I'm just hoping I can review some figures I could possibly review. Not all of them, but I hope I could get some of those soon. The one I'm talking about right now is, let's say, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, from Coming 1, or Demoniacal Fit figure. My only wondering is what is better. I know the calming one is like there. It's the one who made the Gogeta from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Blue. That is not a bad studio by any means. I think that person does a really fantastic job for those figures. My main question is like, I wonder what's his next project, or she or he, whoever he was, but I assume it's a he. Um, I'm hoping he makes a lot of good figures nowadays. And I'm hoping like one of these days he can focus more, maybe for Super Saiyan. I don't know, like maybe like a Goku figure or something. I don't know. I'm just hoping, but I'm talking about I'm getting out. What's the word? Um, I'm getting sidetracked here. But over here we have the box right here. The box is really big and it carries a lot of accessories in this thing. Starting off, this is the box that comes with Super Saiyan 5 Broly. This is the body and all the accessories, and this is the hair. And all of the same thing as well. But the hair is super damn big, and I actually want to warn you guys to be careful what you're plugging into the head, because the head of his hair is super spiky. I am not gonna lie to you. It is, and I think you're fully aware with that. But yeah, nothing to say to that. Just a little bit of the, let's say, a little bit of the AI around here. A little AI, just to try to avoid copyrighted, which it makes sense. Which it makes sense. Enemy Mythos has never been a bad figures, I would say. They never make bad figures. Although I would say, the Goku figures they were making was okay. I actually have one myself. I actually have MUI Goku, which is not a bad figure by any means, but I can see why everyone was going after this figure. At least people are not. I'm not talking about this Broly. I'm talking about the Goku Anime Mythos Broly. I can see why there are talking about some mixed reviews and also how bad it is, and I can see why, because some of their faceplates are good. Some of their faceplates can be really, oh my goodness, pretty bad, I would say. But I digress. But enough talk about that. Let's take a look at the figure and see what's inside. First off, we'll look at Super Saiyan 5 Broly. Now, this is the one I have been waiting. I've been really, really been waiting for this guy for so long, and he's finally here in my hands. This is like one of those saying words, peak fiction, and this is fan fiction right here. This is like fan fiction comes to life. Now, I think you already know what this pose specifically, what it means. It's based on from that fan-made manga, or I don't know if it's from Toyotaro or a different illustrator, but damn, that illustrator, or whoever did that of Super Saiyan 5 Broly, that looks good. Based on what it looks like from the base, or what it looks like from the fan art. And it's so cool. And I just can't wait to see how this goes. Along with Super Saiyan 5 Goku. And damn, now I mention it, I would love to see the comparison to that, both of these two. And I would love to do that. I don't know how that will work between the stands. Now, I have to use a stand for this one because his hair is extremely big. Like, we're talking about big that is literally that is about to fall anytime minute. Even if I try to lift up, it's maybe be the same thing, but the stand holds it pretty well. So, not as bad. But yeah, I've been wanting to get this because of that stand, because of this pose and how he looks in his glory. Now, I would say they add a bunch of details in this guy. Like, hang on a second. This guy looks extremely well. And he's heavy too. Like, he got the hair, this hairstyle that literally is from Super Saiyan 5. And his hair. And literally, this figure is based on the fan art. This is literally the fan art. And it looks like from Toyotaro. Kind of. Why did I say it kind of? It's not like too accurate from the fan art, because he was not that too buff on that. When I saw the fan art, he was not supposed to be buff, but I don't really mind it. I'm not like hating on it or anything else. I love it. No matter if it's not accurate, it's still going to be accurate because of the details from the fan art. And his hair is extremely big. I'm not going to lie to you. It is extremely big. Like spikes. It's going to be really spiky. It does have an articulated joint right there. So you could try to pose it around if you like. And yeah, like everything looks so damn good. Like and again, I'm just going to say this straight. I love how they add more details around his skirt. I don't know if you could call it a skirt, but man, he looks phenomenal. And the reason why he is going down a little bit else because his hair is big. His hair is top-notch big. Like, even if I do this right here, it's gonna go. I didn't do that, but it's gonna go slowly a little back. But I don't mind it as long as you find a good stand for it or something else. You can get it. But there is a stand that actually is from Red Bull Studios, a Power Sturge, which I actually do have that stand with me. I thought the stand, the crane, like kind of like this crane, but in a different way. I thought it would be big, but it's not that big enough. But the base itself looks very, very damn cool, and I'm not gonna lie, it's very damn good. But all that aside here, his articulation is really, it's not bad. His leg can go that far. His leg can go this spread. All this skirt right there, go that far. Ooh, heard a crack from that, but it's okay. I don't think it didn't break, as long as I don't mess around it too much. So I could go that way, and his foot can go left and right, a little up and down. And the reason why I'm a little struggling with this guy, because his hair, oh my goodness, this guy is super heavy. I mean, not too heavy, but like pretty heavy, I would say. And like, damn, he is pretty big. And if I'm trying to, sit properly, because I don't want my chair making noises. It's kind of like this. Yeah, you see that? Hey, I'm trying to sit in a little bit of something. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to sit a little bit, just, you know, to make this right, and try not to make the what's the word? Make the chair noise. There we go. Like I said again. But yeah, his head can go a little up, that down, not too far up there. And let's see, he has a torso. Can go that far and back far because of this hair. And this guy has a, let's see, somewhat a butterfly joint. Not as bad, but it doesn't go that far. I mean, hang on, let me try. I'm sorry. It's just like his hair, and even for me sitting down, it's just kind of difficult for me to do his thing. I think this is the farthest I can get. But yeah, so far, I kind of like how you posing around with this. Especially if you pose around with this fingers, with these two fingers, with all that, like you're pointing at your opponent. Or just doing like something like, I don't know, I guess you get what I mean, but like putting your fingers in your forehead like this. But yeah, so far, not a bad articulated. So I can go all around. Oh yeah, I forgot the arm. Let's check that out. His arm can go that far. Oh my goodness, rotation. His finger could go swing around, could go down, up. And what else? His head can go rotate right there. And also, he still has an articulated hairs right here, so you could pose around with it if you want. And I did mention there is a joint around here too, the hair. And also a tail of a rotation thing, which you could also move around a little bit. But honestly, let me try to get him in the stand right quick. But yeah, that's probably much it for his articulated. I would say it looks great, and it looks amazing with this figure. And I would say they did a really great job, and I hope in the future, maybe they can do more with Anime Mythos, or if Anime Mythos can do more of this. I did hear they're going to make a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I still don't know if that's still happening, but I still want to wait for it until or maybe the rest of the end of the year, or something like that. So, but anyway, this looks great. I will say this is a great figure, and I would love to put him on my display on my stand. So, not as bad, really. Okay, let's go to the next one. And here he is with his accessories. Now, I would say his accessories, I wonder why the box was pretty big, is because I forgot to mention that this guy comes with an atomic breath. These guys, actually. That includes, let's say, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 4 or Dark Broly Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 5 Broly right here, and Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Broly. And I would say, like, it's not really that bad accessories, I would say. To me, it seems like it was a bit too much, I would say, but I mean, it's not really bad if you had the accessories too. It's not really I'm not saying like the accessories are not bad, but I would say is the atomic breath is cool. Now, he comes with many accessories, such as comes with faces, such like that. He comes with a smile, a evil grin. Well, like the last face, it was an evil grin or mouth or something else. A laughing, like an evil laugh, shout, a serious face, and a smile and a smirk face. And he comes with earrings, an extra earrings, so just in case if you lost many pieces of this first, I don't know how you call it, but if you lost some of the earrings that connects with him, they give you an extra. Here is a pencil. Here's the Fenrir head, which is completely useless because we don't want this. We want Broly. That's the thing. By the way, it's yeah. And let's see, comes with his Ki Blast, one of his special attacks. I can't call it what's it called, but that's his key. And also his hands. There's the hands that connects the peg hole with this. And there's like open hands, claw hands, pointing hands. That's kind of like this point hand. And the fist hand, which we just saw. And the Fenrir or just the werewolf hands, which I thought was a pretty cool attach. But I would say it's not about accessories. But the last one we take a look at, the last thing of his accessories is his atomic breath. Now, I think you've probably seen the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie that has this reference. I wonder why they use it. I wonder why. And now the best part is I actually add the batteries to this thing. In fact, he hit this atomic breath, this big tall one, could actually lights up. Now I'm going to show you. Let's see. Sorry, just lights of a... there it is. Now look at that glow. That glow looks pretty good. Pretty damn good, though, I would say. Although I really wish it was a little brighter. Well, a little bit more brighter, I assume, when I saw the promos of what they show. But honestly, this looks really cool. At my end, at the camera, it seems like it's glow in the blue more. But it looks really cool, I would say. But since I don't know how am I even gonna use this display or with this, but I think I might want to use it for something else. Maybe I'll figure something out. All right, that's enough of his figurines. That's all his accessories in there. Let's go to the next figure. Here's another figure that I've also been waiting for, is Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Now, this is the very first Super Saiyan 4 Broly that has ever come across, including Super Saiyan 5 Broly, ever been made in figures, especially the first time in third party. Now, I would say for the details, thank goodness for the... I would actually, hang on, let me start over. I would like to say for the very first one, or start out first, is I do appreciate how they did with the details with this figure, because they actually made a lot of suggestions with this figure, especially the hair of this thing, the details of his muscles and the proportions of this is so good, especially the detail. I do like the detail of the tail is showing. Oh, and again, I just love, like I said, the details, especially the thickness of that texture. Look at that texture and that shading, dude. Like, the texture around it, it's so good that I wonder what's their next line of this Broly. I mean, who knows? Maybe they can make a what if scenarios of fan-based ones. I'll be on board with that. Or on board, there we go. But man, this guy is really damn good, and I do really appreciate it how this Super Saiyan 4 Broly goes. Now, normally, I really wish I could get Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, but maybe eventually, maybe in the sooner future. Who knows? There's a lot of new things I want to do in life, actually, too. But anyway, he has the same articulated as Super Saiyan 5 Broly, but only this time he doesn't have the longer hair, so the hair won't be too heavy. So his hair, well, same as the figure, So I can go this way, go back forward. Can go back on that. So his legs can do this way. Same thing as his foot. I forgot the toe. Swivel of the arm. Sorry I didn't review that. Sorry I didn't say all that much with everything with the articulated. It's just that, you know, sometimes I don't have to, sometimes I have to say the articulation of the names. His arm can go that far and everything else. Like, you know, sometimes I forgot the words. But his arm could go that far. And let's say his torso can go this far. Almost that far, but actually it's not really bad. Can go, forgot to show this the last time, backwards. Yeah, not bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention of course, his hair can go this way of any articulated, but he also have joints of his hair, such as this one can go up or down, either way if you want to make the decision of posing around with it. And his torso can go down that far and up that far, which is not bad. The tail still hasn't articulated, same as always. Pretty not bad. But yeah, so far this Broly figure is really good. It's not as heavy as the Super Saiyan 5. Thank goodness. But yeah, I was been pretty waiting for this one. Now, for the Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, I would say they're the opposite, the same thing, but they're not. Specifically, the Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, what is kind of different from this one, it's kind of like stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Broly. So basically, the figure will have this glossy, shiny thing, like an oil. I guess this is what I heard from people with their figures or Dragon Ball figures, like oil cover them. It makes it like shinier, like all that stuff. But I wouldn't mind with a shiny figure. I love something like with shiny figures, but either way, it looks great. Not bad. But yeah, nothing else to say here. I would say it's not a really bad figure. It's a good figure. It's a very good figure. But yeah, it's a good figure. Again, sorry, I keep saying some words over and over, but sorry. I always forget things what I'm supposed to say, or saying things, yeah. But anyway, let's go to his accessories. All his accessories, it's basically the same thing as the one I actually reviewed, which of course I am both reviewing 3 of them. I would say for them, for this accessories, it's basically the same thing, almost with touch. I wouldn't say they're all the same. The faces can be a little different, if I say so myself. Or maybe they are the same, so let me see. So we got a serious face, you can see right there. And we got the shouting face, the smirking face, the laughing face, or I don't know, laughing sinister face, and kind of sort of the same thing. I actually saw this this 2 similar face. I guess sort of this one, his eyebrows is a little different, and his eyebrows, or specifically it's more anime style, like I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. And yes, same hands, actually this time with the different pointy hands, as the Super Saiyan 5 one is kind of different from the other one. And for, let's say, same atomic breath, same key blast, or something, I can't tell what's their called, what Broly's Angie something else called again. I kind of forgot what they called, but, or I can't even mention the call, but who cares, it happens. His cloak, I forgot to mention his cloak, it's for the veneer, but we all know we don't even want to use these. We already know what we want. The same earrings, the head, and the atomic breath, but it's green, so it's every version is gonna have a different color representing their form, so it makes sense. So yeah, the same thing as always. I did mention the batteries, I believe, and yeah, up to the final. Let's go to the final figure. For the final figure, this is the one I've been. Okay, there is a second most anticipated. It's not Super Saiyan 4. It is mostly, this one is the one I've been waiting for a pretty long time, since this got teased multiple times, and I did not know this is going to be the same line as Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 5, and the Limit Breaker, and even this. When I saw this teaser with the Dragon Ball, I feel like I knew immediately who this was. And this was Dark Broly Super Saiyan 4. Now, this is the version that has, let's say, it's the same version as Super Saiyan 4, if I think so. I believe it is, or maybe there is. I think this is a different version. I know what Dragon or Super Dragon Ball Heroes is. It's like a what if scenarios with alternate characters and somewhat, or alternate universe. But it's kind of like a cards game, but like more what if scenarios and everything else. If I'm not mistaken with this version, it's basically like Super Saiyan 4, the mix with a Dark Orb Dragon Ball, and it's attached to his chest, and this is what he transforms. Now, I would say, okay, let me just let me just look at the figure. Let's look at the figure just first, and then let's just, talk about other things. Now, for the figure, oh my goodness, let's start with this chest. Now, the chest is very distracting because that is always in his chest. It's the, let's say, the 7 Dragon Ball in there. And it's so damn cool they attached it, and they did really well with the detail of this. It feels like it's like an old school toy what they have. I don't know about you, but one of those, I can't say what kind of toy specifically or whatsoever. It's kind of like one of those 2000s, like these details they added. It's so damn great. It's so cool, man. And it's amazing how we get to see this very, very cool character in this version. No, especially 2 distractions, I would say, is the mask and the Dragon Ball. Because the mask, dude, this is his shattered mask. And that's one of those control, I don't know if it's like a mind control mask, but damn, that is so damn cool that they did with this thing. Now, I would say for the coloring of the character of this one, I thought this, his fur was supposed to be more darker, like. If I'm not mistaken, his fur skin was supposed to be a little bit more red, a little bit reddish and more darker. Not like more, a little bit red and darker, but I don't really complain that much. I'm not really, sorry. But I'm not complaining about it. It's really good though, either way. Although I do see some little hair pieces right there. Maybe the little manufactured, or maybe the damage. But it's still a good figure either way. Excuse me. Something in my throat. But yeah, I would say this figure, especially his clothing. Let me say his clothing. His clothing is very damn cool. Like, it's like blackish, purple, and blue navy or something like that color to a silver light. I don't know about you, but it reminds me of, and not just saying like it's similar, but it reminds me of that old that old Buzz Lightyear toy that has black, bluish, and reddish thing. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of what I'm thinking what it looks like. I don't know. It's so hard to say what specific figure is, but if I look it up someday, or I don't know, it looks similar, but I don't think it's different. But anyway, getting off track here. Now, it's basically the same articulated as all the rest. So, butterfly joint. There you go. Yeah, basically the same articulated, but this time his hair is different. So his hair is a little bit more bigger than the Super Saiyan 4, so he has an articulated right there. Actually, once I was actually trying to get this guy back, or try to plug his head again, his joint neck was stuck to the head, so I had to fix in something like that, and that actually end up me breaking not just the figure, not just the head, but like, you know, attached to this head for this thing. Now, I try to get this out. I may have used oil way earlier when I got the figure. And then yeah, this kind of happens today. These guys were just killing me with these hair, or killing me with this hair, because I do not like the plucking these hairs with these things, or plugging the head with this, because this guy is sharp. I do not like it. But that's how it is, man. That's how we gotta deal with it. But either way, it's a good figure. So yeah, like I said, the same articulated. Yeah, his leg can go this way. And I did say if his pants is blue navy. So it looks really good though too. And can go that down, up that far. And his head can go a little, well, I wouldn't say go upward, because now this thing is a little loose. I might have to use super glue one of these days, but I can't use that just right about now. Maybe someday in the future. The reason why I say that, because if I do that right now, I don't know if the figure will ever come. Well, it will come out eventually, as long as if it doesn't stick to the joint. So that's a good thing. I might have to figure something out with that. So yeah, like I said, his head can go a little down that far, a little up that far. It depends how that little thing that came out. His arms can go that far, and rotate. And yeah, his tail can still do the same as all the rest. So yeah, not bad. Same thing, but I do like this version of this Broly. This is like the most anticipated figure of all time, because how his design looks, it's so damn cool, man. Oh man, I cannot say it that much. It's just like a really looking good figure. But yeah, my thoughts on this, great design of this figure. Whoever designed this figure and everything else deserves a little praise, or more praise, I would say. So out of respect to the artist, whoever made this, whoever made the anime Mythos, I give my respects to you with that. With that in mind, sometimes your figures can be, you know, little bad, and sometimes not. But anyway, let's go on with his accessories and just end with the video with something good. Yeah. And his accessories, of course, it's still the same thing, but with some, I would say some difference. Well, he still has the same fingers around it, but he does come with different face alternates. So let me just show you some of it, I think. But okay, now I'm seeing it. There is a mask that is unshattered, that is like not broken. There's a shouting face, you can see. There is two laughing ones. There is two alternate laughs though too, so I might see that a little later on. There is a smirk face without his mask. Actually, the same thing also there, so in case you didn't know. Or maybe you didn't notice that, so. And here is a evil smirking face. I don't know what to say about this. It feels like he's not smiling or anything else, but in the back he is smiling. But it's kind of weird, don't you think? Doesn't look too bad, honestly. And we have one of the laughing face. like laugh. This one's like he's in pure joy, but more like a sinister joy. But yeah, the same thing with, not the same thing with these face, but yeah, of course the same thing. Batteries, the key blast. I'm just gonna call it a key blast just for that. I don't have to, it's kind of hard to say one of those key blasts or anything else, but I would say it's kind of like a key blast, but it's not. So I'm just gonna call it that, or just a special attack, whatever. I'm just gonna say special attack. And he comes with the pencil, the earrings, the fairy head, the same thing as the outfit and the chains, and the atomic breath, and that is it. That's all it for his accessories. And let's do a comparison. And here he is next to Super Saiyan 5 Goku from Beast Deities. Now, I got this guy for a pretty long time so far. And I think it was actually, no, never mind. I remember. I got this figure from 5K Toys. Actually, this was the first. I believe this was my first ever Dragon Ball figure that I got into. And I don't think he wasn't my first, but I think he was my second Goku figure I ever got in, or specifically anyone specifically from 30. Not 30. Sorry, third party. My second third party figure of Dragon Ball figure. And this is based on a fan made art that came out many years from 2000s, or specifically what I see the magazine, or what I see from the image. But this guy came out, this figure, this was the very first Super Saiyan 5 Goku that ever came out in the Dragon Ball figure history. That might sound like as a big discovery or something else, but it's kind of true. I feel like this is like the very first Super Saiyan 5 Goku figure that ever came out, or something like that. It came out in December 2023. I was around that time when I saw that figure was in stock. I immediately wanted to get that guy because, like, damn, he actually looks very cool in his promos and everything else. So when I got this figure, I was very shocked and very surprised he was in my hands. And he turns out a pretty cool figure, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a very cool figure. He gives me that vibes of the Beast Gohan because his eyes is red. I would say that gets me the very cool vibes. As for the Sankor, I really wish I got Sankor around his release. But unfortunately I didn't get him. But they are reissuing the Sankor, which I actually got it on pre-order, which I cannot wait because I've been wanting to get this guy for a pretty while. Actually, for a long time, because one of the scalper, or I wouldn't say, sorry, let me start over. I would say the aftermarket of Sankor, the Beast Deities, if you really want to get the very first version, it's gonna cause you arm and a leg. I would say, more specifically, like $200 or $300 for that figure. Damn, for just one figure, you're getting all of that stuff. I'm sorry, no, I can't. But that's how they have to make the money. It's always about the money. But either way, if I'm very glad it got reissued, and that guy's coming out in quarter 4 or something. But who knows? I know the stand cannot be as acceptable as this. So let me show it to, what their actual size is. And yeah, this is his size. Pretty big. And look how this came out in let's see. Actually, it's been like 4 or 3 years for this guy. This guy came out 3 years. And look how they're actually making this one. This guy came out this year. And it's crazy that this fan-made figure becomes a pretty huge one, though, I would say. And this is an old figure I still have to this day. of this one. For Super Saiyan 5 Broly, he's very cool, man. I love these both. I love these both figures, and they will be very cool as my display. Of course, this guy was always in my display. And I would say from those third-party figures, uh, actually, for collecting third-party figures of Dragon Ball was the best thing I ever gotten. And damn, I was super glad that I saw that. Oops, sorry. When I saw that, dude, it got me more hyped that I was collecting more. Around 2024, around 2025, and here we are. And yeah, just like that, it just becomes a huge thing for me. I love these figures. These figures are really cool though. And I would say these are really cool ones. And I'm pretty sure one of these figures could be rare nowadays. Especially this guy. This guy came out many years ago. Not too many years, but he came out in 2023. So his value, I don't know what his value could be, 500. I don't know. That's why I got it from eBay. Or I didn't bought this from eBay, but I bought him from 5K Toys, a retail price when he came out eventually. So it was a good thing that he came out on 5K Toys. So it was the first time I ever bought him on 5K Toys. Just real quick before we continue. But yeah, I was not trusting the website, but when I bought it on the figure, I got him and I fully trusted him. I fully trusted the website. But anyway, I just want to talk about that story a little bit about me collecting Dragon Ball figures. And well, I do collect other figures, other things when I'm into. Sorry for my chair. But honestly, it's been a really cool journey for this figure. For these figures, I assume. So let's go to the next comparison. And here we have Super Saiyan 4 Broly next to Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku and Kid Goku from GT as well. Now, I would say the comparison of these two are pretty crazy. Although I do have is the original SH Figure Arts one. I could really show the Demoniacal Fit one, but it's a lot of stuff I have in my closet, so I can't really do that or anything else because there's a lot of things I have in my closet. And there is a little small GT Goku that's just enjoying how they're enjoying size doesn't matter, or I don't know if that's the right word for that one, but I guess size doesn't matter. So I mean, yeah, because Broly is big, he's like 10 foot and Goku's like 5 or 6 foot. And Kid Goku is like, I would say like 3 inches or 3 feet or something, or 2 feet. One of those two. But yeah, the comparison of these two is pretty crazy. Again, it's pretty crazy. And I would say it's a pretty solid thing. Or pretty solid size. For this, I mean, we already know who's the clear winner of the size, so it's Broly, either way. But yeah, nothing else to say with this one. So up to the next last or final, I would say last, yeah, just last comparison. Here you have next to Dark Broly Super Saiyan 4, next to the other Xenoverse characters, and including. Well, this one doesn't exist from the Xenoverse universe or or Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I forgot to mention him on the last or the other comparison, like Super Saiyan 4 Broly. I forgot about that, but this is the reason why I said I forgot about this one, because this one is like the GT what if scenario, but I just brought him in just in case. But here we have is 2 Beast Deities, or actually not Beast Deities. 2 Anime Mythos Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, and the What If scenario and the Xenoverse scenario, or Xenoverse, or yeah, Xenoverse, and we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku Xenoverse 2, or of course, And then Beast Deities. Or actually, sorry, let me just go one by one. I keep messing up. Two right there. Two of these Super Saiyan 4 Vegetos. One is the What If scenario, and the other is Xenoverse. And Demonical Fit Super Saiyan 4 Xenoverse Goku, and Beast Deities Vegeta from Xenoverse as well. And these are not a bad comparison too, because like, damn, it's kind of crazy that putting comparison to these are good though. These goods are good. I wouldn't say for these two, because these guys they are in a different height, so I don't think that's not counted for. That does not count because the height, because the Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, or not Vegeta, Vegetos are in a different height. I would just say that they're not bad figures. It's just they're not in the same height as it is. If only really wish they fixed their shoulders or anything else. I feel like they're making them way too buff from them, but it's fine. That's how it is and something like that. So, but yeah, nothing more to it. So let's just end the video. Let's just not end the video. Sorry, just not yet, but like the next video. And that is it for today's video. I would say both of these three are good. One fan fiction and two fictions are peak. One of these guys are peak. These guys are good figures. I am not gonna lie. These are one of most like the best, maybe possibly the best figures. But I would say maybe they might have some flaws, because some of the there might be a little issues besides including this one. Could have an issue with the head, the plugging in the heads, because one of those heads can be pretty hard to put on. My thoughts about them, I thought they're very good, because I love this collecting figures around it, and I don't want to become a too habit of mine. Sometimes collecting figures is a pretty habit way. And I would say, speaking of that, I would like to say that I won't be that much collecting that much with figures, because, you know, sometimes figures can be very expensive because of that. I wanted just to say this at that. I will have some new videos later this year, or sooner or later, because I wanted to do things in life that I want to do, and I want to upload them to show my process. That's what I wanted to do. But other than that, okay, let's continue talking about my thoughts, my figures, my personal things, and all that, and afterwards. So let me just start with that. So yeah, like I said, the detail, they look great, especially the details. They went all out with all of these figures. These figures are great. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball figures, like for example, fan fiction or just fiction, both of those fictions, like it's like damn. Sorry, I'm trying to say some few words. There's a background that's talking about, but that's my family just talking. Sorry. But they're just talking about something that's just an accident. Not even joking. Dang it. I'm trying to say some few words. Oh, right. The details, they really look nostalgic, especially the skirts they're having. I like the black one and this ripped out, and all of these look good. The details are well in. The faceplates are good. The head sculpts can be a little bit sharp, but you have to deal with it. But it's worth it in the end. To me, it seems worth it. Getting my hands getting cut in and getting stabbed by the hairs seems worth it. My personal issue, is my one personal issue is the head of the Dark Broly Super Saiyan 4. His hair is a little hard to plug in, but I think it's just only my copy specifically, not the others. It's just like the head is really hard to plug in, so you have to use a hair dryer to warm the plastic up. not melting it, but just warming up with it. But I would say, what else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, if they can make more kind of like very unique art style or very unique figures, kind of like this one. Oops, sorry. Almost dropped it there for a second. Something like this and that. Okay, let me just figure this out. Sorry, I'm trying to get him as a good pose. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. Just straight. If they can make more figures like this, very unique with unique faceplates, unique arts or details and everything else, I would love it, and I would love to see if they can ever do similar to Super Saiyan 5 this, but like reissuing or remodel or no, sorry. A new mold of Super Saiyan 5 Goku. I would not mind if they can do like more accurate from the fan art. I mean, surely the Kong Studios Super Saiyan 5 Broly is, I mean, Goku is not bad. Really, I really do not hate it or anything else. I think it was a very great figure to me when I first got it the second time. Or that was my second figure. But yeah, it was such a great figure. But anyway, I would say like okay. Two things. I would love to see if they can really continue more with this, and I hope they can reissue Super Saiyan 5, given if it's necessary. But who knows? While they're done with this wave and this Goku waves, I don't know, make more Goku figures or even make more very unique characters. You know, I'm still waiting for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Sorry, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm still waiting for. That's the one I've been waiting for. Or, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying it over and over. That's my fault. Dang it. It's my. Sorry, I keep repeating the same dang words. I would say, yeah. Okay. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I'm still waiting for, and even Cumber too. While they're done with that, I'm still wondering if they're ever gonna work out with, I don't know, maybe some new Goku figures that has more improvement than the other figure, which is like pretty bad, but it's not too bad. And yeah, just in others, yeah, I just hope they can do more, yeah. I would just say, if there's something that has caught my interest, then there is. But there is one figure I still don't know if they connected with each other with Beast Deities or anything else. But there is a Omega Shenron figure that's coming in this way, and it looks like it's like Beast Deities like. So I'm hoping that could happen in the future if they ever or if that figure ever release. But it seems like they're into the development with it, and they're also making parts and the articulation test, so it looks good. What else? Where should I go? What else? What's my two last things I would say? I would like to talk about Super Saiyan 5 Broly. Broly Super Saiyan 5 was probably the number one most anticipated figure I ever seen for this new year. It's kind of like where I reviewed the Broly figures in that much excitement. I would say that this is a really great figure. There's also another studio. There's also another studio of CT Studios. I heard they made a really good Broly figure, and I actually got one in my hands. I will review that very soon. I will guarantee. But the thing is, I hear they're gonna make Super Saiyan 5 Broly and Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and they look great, honestly. They are still doing the testing though too. That test was pretty a while back, but I don't know if they're gonna continue it. I'm hoping they continue more. While they're done with the Broly's, I don't know. Maybe Goku figures are given the chance. Who knows? Maybe more Goku figures or Gogetas Vegetos and everything else. But there's a lot of good figures that are coming out this year. I'm actually, some of them I still prepare to review them. One, I am gonna have a plan for reviewing Goku figure from July, which it's a pretty exclusive from Bandai, and I'm hoping that's good. And two, something that is very special, of course, into between July too. So I'm hoping that is really great though too. And another thing, and my last thing is, oh boy, what could be my last thing? My last thing is I pretty much enjoy, I little enjoy reviewing the figures with this, just giving my thoughts and everything else, and you know, letting them act, I don't know, I guess like letting people ask their questions and comments, even though if they don't want to, it's fine. But I would say it's not bad making these videos. And I'm hoping in the future, if I'm... Okay, now here's my thing for what I was talking about, right? You see, I actually want to maybe quit on figures and focus on things like making content like animation and other stuff, game design and other stuff. But there's a lot of things I wanted to focus on. So, like comic book artists and what else? And a writer as well. There's a lot of good things I want to do. And I also have this big dream, and I also have this big dream. Sorry. I have this big dream that I want to write something, and I actually have the characters for it. They're not perfect, but I want to continue drawing either way. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I talked to my what I wanted to do and some repeated words. I kind of did that on accident. That's my fault on my end. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to ask me any questions on the comics, you could. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.